You're not supposed to fight. You say, no, that's not true. I have defined the problem all the time. Say that. Huh? You can. But you don't define the problem. You are dependent. So what kind of position does a strategist or a CEO of a company do? They solve the problem or they define the problem? In your societies, is it harder to define the problem or to solve the problem? You don't even have to define the problems. I don't even know what are the problems that we have in this country.
Greed.
Greed?
Greed.
He's defined the problem. Now, for example, I want you to tell me the problem. Watch this. I'm going to create, everybody's going to now be fighting you. You're going to be the most hated man in about like 10 minutes. Watch this. Define the problem of immigration in the United States. Define.
That's pretty broad.
But it is, we know it's an issue. We
Because
cannot
our
define
resources-
it so that I know what the solution is going to be. I just know that there are problems, but I cannot define that problem. So here's the facts. Like every country, this country has illegal people coming across the border. In some cases, it's good because that they are performing jobs that are not performed elsewhere. So corporations like them. Yes? But what happens in terms of government is, oh, nobody's paying taxes, et cetera, down the line, and therefore there's a cost. Now the issue with most countries is, if immigration is allowed into that country that is unchecked, how do you know that people that are terrorists don't come across? So now, my question to you is, should this country stop immigration or continue its policy on immigration? I want you to define, before the solution, I want to know what the problem is. Is the problem the corporations? There is a tremendous benefit for people to come from other societies into this country. Not only do they provide the workforce, they provide the intellectual capacity of this country. Immigrants in this country not only provide the work, but the intellectual capability. Second, there is a cost of illegal immigration that somebody has to pay. Third, we have an issue of safety and security. Should immigration continue or not? Yes or no? Say something. Somebody say something. It is how you define the problem. You notice, defining that problem is a very tough problem. If you say, okay, guys, we're going to have a policy to have immigration or not to have immigration, that solution is an easy solution, but defining that problem is a difficult problem. Because I don't know, happiness in this particular case is defined by what? Humanity, safety and security, cost, growth. Depending upon how you classify that goal, you're going to have a different problem and a different solution. Yes or no? Say.
Yes.
So should we allow immigration or not? I'm only looking at you.
Yes.
Oh, you just want to be friends with everybody. Yes? Carla?
All immigrants.
I still don't know what that meant. But you have to define the problem. Now, we wasted about an hour because I wanted you to understand what we are about to do in a minute. Are we okay? Now, not so exciting. Okay? Well. Take me to drive. I was at Boeing about 7, 8, 9 years ago, and I was a consultant to Boeing. And when I was in Boeing, I developed this methodology. It is called the drives that says define the constraint, recognize the constraint value stream, identify the critical path, visualize the root cause, and we'll talk about this root cause because we said sometimes this root cause is the wrong thing to look at. See that D-R-I-V in that system? E and S. Where do you think the majority of the focus of somebody like you who is educated and is going to guide? You are either an implementer or a thinker. How many of you are thinkers here? People that think and can come up with ideas. So we're going to do 3 things. I'm going to teach you, hopefully by today, how to know if you are working on the right project in your companies. All of you are working on a project, yes? First lady here, if we got her a new car, would that make her happy? The answer was maybe happy, but the question is, it was not the part of the criteria. This person, this third group, C, we can improve their grades a certain amount, but if the problem is with the family, it's not going to make them much happier. If you do not touch the weakest point of your life, and you do not fix that, you may improve something, but you're not going to improve the overall happiness of what you're doing. You're not going to increase your wealth, you're not going to be happier, you're not going to achieve the goals that you're trying to do. Are we okay? Now, I'm going to take you through very quickly. All right. The reason we're going to do this is this is a model, again, out of Boeing. This is a model of leadership. Okay. It says, in your lifetime, you're going to do less work and more mentoring. That means if you do one project, for that one project, how you did it, you will teach 500 other people how to do the project. So your job in life is not about what you do, it is about how to mentor others on how you have been successful and achieved something. Isn't that amazing? That your job is not to do, but to teach. If I know how to do something, to teach 3 people. If they know how to do something, to teach 5 other people. Your job is a mentor. And therefore they say that if you cannot define it, model it, and teach somebody how to be able to do this, and I'm not talking about a classroom system. I'm talking about how to mentor somebody in your family. I'm talking about how to mentor something about your systems at home. I'm talking about your systems of education and health and all these kind of stuff. If you cannot define it and model it and teach somebody, you are, according to Boeing, not a leader. If you are not a mentor, you're not a leader. That means whatever you think must be clear in your mind. So what we're going to do in this drives model, and I'm going to do it fairly quickly for you, is we're going to take something from a system level to a process level to a design level, where? Here. When I define the problem, I'm going to show you. Is that okay? If you give me just a minute, I'll show you this. Okay, I'm going to skip this. In a minute, I'm going to come back. There we go. Here we go. Where did it go? The first part. D. D. There is something called the theory of constraints. What does the theory of constraints say? Theory of constraints says this. Watch this. I'm going to do it fast. You do it slow. You do it a little bit faster, right? You hold on to this. Watch this here. I am going to give it to him every 1 second. He is going to do it every 10 seconds. Okay? Hold it. Okay? You do it every 2 seconds. Watch this. How long did it take for this thing to come out of the system? 13 seconds. Between this and the next pen, how long will it take? 10 seconds. Who in here was 10 seconds? What, is he the slowest? Yes or no?
Yes.
If he is the slowest, would that be the constraint? So the constraint in the system dictates what? The outcome of the process. So if I say to him, watch this, we're going to do the same thing, but I am going to change him from 2 seconds to 1 second. Watch this. Ready? One, this came out in 12 seconds, but watch this. The next one is going to come out in exactly 10 seconds later. Thereafter, it's going to be 10 seconds, and 10 seconds, and 10 seconds. So, who in the system should we work on? I improved that. It's still 10 seconds, and 10 seconds, and 10 seconds, is it not? So it would not make a difference if you worked on me or him. The only person that you must work on is the constraint in the system. Right, let me give it to you in another way. The example that we always use, when you are going out with your family, right? Okay, now let's assume tonight, because you had all day, right, in which you have been sitting in class. Oh, that's awful. So tonight, at least for the Mexican group, maybe the Brazilian group, maybe you, but definitely not the Chinese. How many of you are going to be going to a place that serves beverages? Nice beverages. Huh? $1? Where at?
I don't know.
So we already know where there's $1 beer. Look at everyone. After 9? Look at everyone. How many know what a constraint is? I know where the beer is. And you were all say there's a group of 10 of you. Okay? Or who, from the time you said, let's get together, gets ready, and let's go to the bar. How long will it take you to get ready? 10. Whoever is the slowest person to get ready. 9 of you will be sitting in the living room or downstairs in the lobby waiting until the 10th one is ready. Until you fix that 10th one, you're not going to fix the system. So many of the projects that you're doing, the question that I have for you is it the constraint or not the constraint? If it's not the constraint in the system, why are you working on it in the first place? All right. I want to take you through. So, constraint. Okay? I'm going to come back and give you the details. First, I want to go take you through all this. He's looking at me, Ryan is looking at me saying, why are you passing all these slides? Because I want to get them to the bar as quickly as I can. Are we okay? Now, what function, watch this, I'm asking you a bigger question than your project. Everybody is at a hospital or a company, yes? You're going to be at CVS. No. Where are you going to be?
Berkeley.
Okay. My question to you is, this person that is 10, the person that is the latest, in that organization, who is that? Is it procurement? Is it human resources? Is it sales? Is it production? What is the constraint in that organization? Not necessarily. What is the constraint? Boatman. Is it production? Who's in Boatman? Is it production or is it human resources? Or is it sales? You see that? If I was to increase my business, is it that I don't have sales, I don't have capacity to produce, or I don't have people? Some cases it's finance. Finance means I just don't have the money to buy the materials to be able to produce. Why is it then that all of you assume all the time that it is production that is the problem? Production is not always the 10th person. It is not the 10. But watch this. Every single project given to you assumes what? Production is the problem. Yes or no? Say.
Yes.
And if you worked on production, but then production was not the problem, is the company going to be any better? No. Defining the problem. So, I'm going to go to Ryan. Ryan is worried. Ryan is worried. Right? Watch this. We have an assessment, and I can take you through, once you understand this, I'll take you through this, okay? That there is a way on which I can figure out whether customer, service, sales, purchasing, production, manufacturing, shop floor, receiving, shipping, if production is the problem, watch this. What am I assuming? That production is the problem, yes? If the production is the problem, is the production problem customer service, purchasing, production planning, manufacturing, shop floor, receiving? Production is not all equal. What aspect of production is the problem? Yes? If we know what the process is, watch this. Okay? And I'll bring you back to all of this. Are we okay? Where I'm skipping all of these slides? Say yes. The only person that is not okay is watch this. I'm going to show you. Oh, what is this? Watch this. I decided sales, okay, finance, production. That the problem is production. Now, in production, I can say it's the procurement of parts, it's engineering, it's maintenance, it is the shop floor where majority of your work is being done. I am making an assumption that it's the shop floor. Watch this. What a bad assumption. Because I don't know the answer to this, I don't know the answer to this, and now that I have a shop floor, okay, what does this picture look like? What is that picture?
Activity of diagram.
This is what you call, many of you have seen it, is a network diagram. Yes? What does a network diagram do?
It tells you the order of the activities, which ones have to be left done first before you start the other.
Very good. Now watch this. I want first you to see it, okay? And then I'm going to give you a break. Is that okay? All right, we skip this. Oh, very nice, very nice. What is that 30? The longest time that it takes in that system, is it not? Therefore, because I'm coming this way, and I'm coming this way, and I'm coming this way, all of these three things have to come together for me to assemble it together, yes? And therefore, if this is one coming at 10, and this one is coming at 20, and this one is coming at 30, I can only send this at 30. Watch this. And we'll take you through all this. I think Walden has an exercise, is not? Say yes. Say yes. This is an easy problem. Is this an easy problem? Say yes. Find the critical path. Find the path that is the longest distance. And I'm going to show you how to do this. For those that don't know it, we're going to show you this. What is the critical path? So again, I'm sorry. So what is a critical path? Tell me. Is it 1, 3, 4, 7, and 9? Everybody, I'm asking you a question. I know that you don't know how to do this yet, but is it 1, 3, what is it, 4, 7, and 9? Is that the critical path? Is that the longest path?
Yeah, because
It is.
yeah, because I'm on the top at the top of the bottom.
For right now, assume it is. Okay? Assume it is. Watch this now. I'm going to do the same thing. This is my critical path. Fair enough? Look at my critical path. My critical path. My critical path. I shifted my critical path because of variation. Okay? And we'll talk about it. And watch this. What is 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11? You know, Enrique and them taught you before you came something called value stream mapping? Bad. Bad, bad, bad. What do you value stream map? Watch this. See that 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9? You value stream map only the critical path. Watch this. and we're not done. Critical path of the problem area in production, given that production is a problem. Okay? Now, in all of this, where's my bottleneck? I can't even read it. What's the cycle time? The slowest part, the slowest of those areas, I can't see the numbers. Okay, watch this. Let's assume that this is the bottleneck, and I'm just making it up. Yes? This is now what? The bottleneck of the critical path, of the key value stream out, of the function area in your organization defines for you the problem. If you do not solve this, and this, you are solving the wrong problem. You are not working on him, you're working on him or me. Are we okay? Right now, right? Everybody looks so sad.
Could you repeat that last part with like how those all four are connected again?
Yeah. When you are in a manufacturing or a healthcare environment, when you're looking at that problem, you're making an assumption that production, or the ability to make parts, or the ability to treat patients is the problem. It's not that we don't have enough money. It's not that we don't have enough people. It's not all of that. It's the idea that my operations is a problem. When I look at the operations, again, in Covenant, we looked at two areas. All right, what areas are they? They're going to be looking at beds and patient discharge. That must mean that those are the critical value streams. In that critical value streams, what is the critical path? And in that critical path, what is the bottleneck? Unless you define that in your logic, you will go wrong in defining your problem. Are we okay? This is so sad. All right. Paulie, your choice. Should we give them a break? We haven't given them a break since they came in. Is that true? Or we did give you a break? Do you like a break? What is at this moment the constraint in educating you? I can tell you exactly what it is, and you're not at fault. The ability to sit in a class for 8 hours is a very difficult thing. I know that is the constraint. Unless I give you a break, we can go through the rest of the slides. Why do you think I skipped all the slides? Because I know at this moment you do not have the capability to go through all the details. In the morning, if I went through it, you're okay. At this moment, if I go through it, it is your constraint. So I can go through it, but it will have no impact. Should we try this constraint, or should we let you go? All right, go take a break. And you have now, should we give them 2 minutes or 15 minutes? Or 10 minutes. I thought you were wearing a good shirt. No, you. Yeah. I like color because I like Manchester United. Every morning, I check on the thing. First thing in the morning, I get up. What did Manchester United do today? Are we good? Go take a 15-minute break. Reduce your constraint. When you come back, what is the constraint that you have? My God, inability to just put more stuff in my pocket. Are we good? Huh? I don't get paid 75 million.
Ni lo entendí. ¿Cómo es? Ya sé.